Greetings, and welcome to another Super Secret Project sketch. This is Eric Whalen from Super Secret Project X, and I got the title right this time. I know, I did the thing. I did.
Attaboy.
I just earned myself a cookie.
There's only one left in there, so that one's all yours.
Oh, perfect. And today, I am going to sketch. Now, this is I've sketched a character from this before. I've heard opinions that people don't like it. I don't care. I enjoy it. From Disenchantment, I am doing King Zog. And I love King Zog because the man is a medieval Archie Bunker, which how do you make Archie Bunker more mercurial? You make a medieval. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing me some Zog. That's my due. Alright, there. I can just get my pad to behave itself. There we go. Boom. Oh, right. I can't remember what I did last time. Oh, right.
Was Vervatos.
Vervatos Vex.
Yes.
Glorious.
It was creepy because it was Vervatos and
I know. Connie, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, it was Connie. Yeah, I kind of got an alien interracial kiss. That wasn't actually the worst part. The worst part was the age difference. Sorry.
Maybe Vervatos is like 10 in his species.
Could be. Maybe they're just born giant and violent.
Maybe, yeah, that could be why he's all like hyper crazy or something because he hasn't learned the wisdom of
It's true.
alien aging.
He hasn't earned the wisdom that is contained within, for example, King Zog.
Yes, all of that wisdom.
Wisdom inside of King Zog. Actually, it's what I kind of like about Zog is they made the man a total ass. And as the story went on, you started understanding why he was that way. And he was kind of, not a great, but like a better person. And so and it's going to be starting soon.
20th.
The 20th, the next season next Friday, is it? Nice. I'm on that. Of Zog, because I have a feeling they're going to be doing some cool stuff with the character. Because they left him basically alone in his own dead kingdom, and found out like he was. Sorry, spoilers.
Well, it's been like almost several months now.
Yeah, well, he was screwed by his own wife, which was just a unbelievably evil and hot woman, but so evil. Well, she was. The voice actress they got was like salty, marvelously, wonderfully tantalizing, and her design was super cute, and they wrote the character just right, so she was very, attractive in many ways, and so freaking evil. And the funny thing is I'm wondering how evil she really actually is, because there's an indication of some story that she's a part of. I'm not saying she's a good person. I'm just saying I'm wondering what her side of that deal is. And King Zog just got screwed. And he wasn't even one of the main characters. But man, it's I love Bean and Elfo and all them. But Zog was fun because he was like the professional jerk of the show. He was like the guy that you should never like, and by the end, they got a little bit of a moment where you're going like, oh, this poor dude. Like I was really going like, oh, no wonder he's a hideous human being. He's got some reason to be.
He was...
Not that there's really a reason.
I'll say he was a jerk, but the one true time he found happiness and love, and it was taken away from him only to discover that it was pretty much all fake.
Oh yeah.
And that's like that. And like he got broken once, and now he's getting broken again.
Well, and on top of it, while being broken, he was dealt some bad hands. Not as bad as his wife, getting turned to stone and all that. But Bean has got to be a hard girl to raise. I mean, he's not making it better, but she's got to be tough to raise, And
well, it's cyclical when it comes to stuff
yeah,
like
that's
that.
exactly right.
he's not an easy father to have, and she's not an easy child because he's not an easy father, because she's not an easy child, because
Oh
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah,
they're
blah.
unhealthy for each other. It's just
And then with his the serpent wife queen.
you know I feel you know I somewhat feel sorry for her. I do. I kind of feel sorry for her because she's sort of a weird thing, but she doesn't seem to be a terrible person.
Yeah,
She's just really weird.
she just got assigned to her duty, and she's just doing her duty right now.
And she's in like a land of a different species. I mean, she's just
And heir to a half species.
yeah, you know, and so she's just
An idiot son, and
and she's got an idiot son. That's right.
I just love when she got high, just the snake wing.
Oh man. Yeah, she's really funny, but I'm actually hoping they do something interesting with her too, because as much as she's kind of a weird joke, she's also like there's no reason to actually hate that character at all.
Right. She's just doing her duty as the queen and queen mother, and
Yeah.
and it's not her fault things happened the way she was just that was the allegiance.
Well, and the funny thing is when Zog's wife came back, you know, you kind of hit this moment where you're kind of like, as the audience, forced to decide which one you want him to stick with, because you really don't know what he's doing, where it's going, and so you kind of automatically go for the hot blonde that's Bean's mom, right? I mean, that to me is like one of the logical things to be like, oh, she was first, blah blah blah, Bean's mom, and then you kind of go like, well, what is the Serpent Queen's name? I keep forgetting her name.
Oh man, yeah.
Exactly right. She's
they
not
don't mention
always
her.
part of the plot,
That's
but
fine.
you end up looking and going like, this poor this poor lady, because you know, I mean, she's a weird thing that's not her fault, but she's getting screwed, you know. I mean, she's really Una, thank you. You know, and like her people are like this wonderful, weird kind of thing, and they're fun in the series, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you can kind of see them being fun in the future of the series, and sorry, I have to pause. I'm trying to space stuff out here, you know, and then just I'm wondering where it's going. You know, like The Simpsons, it's still just, last I knew, was just still doing the same jokes they did 25, 30, whatever years ago. And Futurama ended, and they ended on a good, solid note. And this one, they're really legitimately, you know, trying to do like a quest story kind of a sort of a thing. Sort of. And they got me hooked. I want to know where it's going, and it was one of the reasons why I wanted to draw Zog, because he's one of the big questions. I'm like, they were like, yeah, he was like the hero warrior prince, and he got turned into a fat crazy guy, you know. And now I'm going like, is he gonna turn back essentially into kind of a chubbier, older warrior king, and is he going to be part of that sort of that storyline? Because as obnoxious as he was, I liked the character. I didn't agree with the character most of the time, but I kind of felt sorry for him most of the time. Jeez, you know, Bean, I don't even know what to yell about. I don't even know what to yell at you about. I mean, he was just like his only playbook was yelling at people, and you were like, oh, this poor guy. That's it. That's all he has. Is he just yells at people, and he doesn't know how else to handle anything. You're like, this poor dude. You know?
Well, no wonder you couldn't find Zog. The way it's spelled is with the O with the
I noticed
slash
with the
going.
slash. Yeah, okay.
It's
I was
the Danish O.
It's the Danish. I was looking for art for Zog to do this. I was looking for some model sheets, and so I typed in how many King Zogs are there. So I'm like, King Zog. I mean, I'm from Michigan, you know, like I don't know kings very well, and so I typed in, and I think it was not Austrian, Slovakian, or
It was you said Albanian.
Albanian. I know there was an A or something, like a letter, in there, and so this dude was like King Zog. I'm like, what happened to the cartoon character? I couldn't quite figure it out. I was like, wait, what?
Oh wow! Check this out. Somebody's just like, hey, Theory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, that's what's her name? The one.
Yeah, the
other
Queen Bunny.
Yeah, that was her.
Queen Bunny.
Was it her husband, brother, or something like that?
Yeah, her husband was her brother. Yeah, it's just like, yeah. There was just I don't care what anyone says. I thought Disenchantment was funny because it's just got all these great medieval jokes to it. And we're just a bunch of crazy teens out on the town getting high on bread mold. It's just like, it's just so funny. Queen Bunny? Oh, man. All right, good. Yeah, I'm just figuring out the shape of his face here. Give me a moment.
And we'll be all like on Reddit, all of the Disenchantment talks and the threads and the theories and the.
Good. Yeah, I mean it's. Sorry, folks, I
everything.
stay off the line because, no offense, I find a lot of online social media stuff to be very toxic. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't. So it is still very much a good, solid conversation then.
Oh, it's just everyone just talking about all the different stuff and like just it's theories and talking about the show and where they think it's gonna go next and what's happening. It's a Reddit for there's Reddit for everything. So
Of course there is.
The Disenchantment Reddit. Oh, first fan art I've actually seen of this. I did a watercolor fan art. Not bad.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the one cosplayer I showed you who dressed up as Bean, that was good too. She even had the buck teeth and everything.
Nice. Yeah, right now it's for everyone out there. For some reason, there's some styles that just give me problems like you wouldn't believe, and it's usually the really abstracted styles, like what you get in The Simpsons and Futurama and Disenchanted and such, and it just gives me trouble. So I always take a little longer figuring out what the heck is going on with it. I try to do them quickly, but there's just something about the way they abstract these things that, and I don't draw them the way they are in the cartoon exactly, but they just abstract them so hard that I end up going like, oh, work brain.
Huh, good catch. Apparently during the flashback where Zog met Dagmar, Queen Una, well, she was actually in the crowd.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Well, she had to be there somehow. I mean, they had to work her into the...
Yeah, she's in here.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
That and the Reddit thread is talking about the suspicion between why Bunty and Obval were there with her also, or with at least with Queen Dagmar. Like, are they from the same land that she is?
No, she's from the swamp area.
No, Dagmar.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's what happens when I try to do two things at the same time.
And that's why I'm not going deeply into, because I know that's going to require a bit more brain power than you have to.
I've only got so much. Yeah, this computer is not the newest model. I've only got so much calculating power up here. Wish I had more. I don't. Alright, there we go.
Despite theories for it, it's unlikely that Queen Dagmar or any human is Elfo's mother.
Well, no, because they made a big deal about how his dad liked really big chicks too. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's like a human-sized big chick. I think he went after like an orc or something. which is why Alpha was like so much greener than everyone else.
Yeah, 'cause
But I don't actually know. I mean,
yeah. Because didn't the dad react? Was like when the humans came in or something like that? Didn't he do the ooh kind of? He was like flirting with Bean or something like that, or
I don't think it went too far, but I think he said something.
It was comedic kind of. Hey, how you doing?
It's something like that, yeah.
The theory of Queen Dagmar of being Elfo's mom. That's an odd theory.
But I don't think the two are connected. That's my guess. Because it would just be like, what if they finally got together and they were brother and sister at the end? And I mean, that would be funny, but it would also be like a bit of a stretch story-wise. Like, there's already so much going on.
We already saw the brother and sister thing with the queen bone.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, they might do it, but I just have a feeling that that's just not it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it is, you know.
Right.
And Queen Bunny. No, I very much enjoyed, and not to say that it was the greatest show ever, but I thought Disenchantment was really, you know, a good solid show, and it was definitely a nice change up from the older stuff that they did. Mm-hmm. Not that the older stuff that they did needed, okay, The Simpsons needed changing, but no offense for Simpsons fans, but it was great 25 years ago, but it's like it's like the nightly news. It's just still going, and people just turned it on, I think, just to turn their brains off.
At this point, I think they would do well just to streams buffering.
Well,
just to do like the specials, like the Treehouse of Horror special. And all
yeah,
that.
no, I think The Simpsons are great. It's just it's been going for so long. It's just I've seen it. You know, it's like. How many thousands of episodes do you need to watch to kind of, sorry guys, get the same jokes over and over again? And at least with Futurama, they cut it off, you know, right when it was potentially going to start going the Simpsons route, which was too long. You know, admittedly, there's part of me going like, I want another season, but I'm also like, do other stuff, so... It's fine. We'll just keep going, and chances being that's just the web screwing up. And if not, hey, one of our videos didn't record proper.
I know. I'm just tired of the.
Yeah,
we've been getting derps in the system for like 2 weeks now. I've been watching a lot of
yeah. Well, we all know Comcast sucks. So, by the way, this episode of Super Secret Project X was not sponsored by Comcast. Because Comcast, you suck. You know?
Well, in a sense it is, because we are using they're our internet provider, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, they need to get their act together, because if we could go to another provider, we would. Mm-hmm. They're just super unimpressive. I mean, hey, they wanna fix their their service and stuff, blah blah blah. I'll be more than happy to change my mind, but they need to do it first, because they square out. They're just unimpressive.
Yeah. Well, and the whole thing of them talking about the possibility of them refusing. I don't even know that this is a Comcast thing. This is more of our area of the promise of getting a beta testing of fiber optics out here, and
please.
And only to find out that the mayor is in the pockets of the cable people. So
of course they are. Mayor needs to be paid somehow.
Yeah, especially when he's like a 33-year-old. Look up something and I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I think we've gone down.
Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
subreddit they're talking about. They're talking about Elfo's potential heritage.
Who's now?
Elfo.
Yeah, well, that's. I have a feeling we don't have enough information yet to
Well, the person
answer that.
the people talk about, because just like the internet does.
Sure. They should.
No, it's like with the internet, come on.
The internet being.
Really?
Yes, it's the internet. It is frustrating.
It is, as the internet does, wow, come on, Brian. They analyze.
I was about to say, hon, I don't know where you're going with it.
And they grab screen caps and analyze the heck out of everything and all that. And so there's.
Well, it's the way it should be. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate as much as I bang my head on the table as much of that, because.
It's also like you guys might just be reading into things a little bit, but.
Well, they're talking about the needle point of Elfo and his dad and mom, and how he like the one point of somebody took the screen grab of him, and it's like you notice that the humans in the series all have 5 fingers, and like the magical creatures have like 4 fingers or so.
Yeah.
And there's the one picture, well, there's the screen grab of the needle point, and you see the hand, and it's a 5-fingered hand. What is this, 5?
Okay.
No, it's not a 4-fingered hand. So.
Could be something. Could be the background artist didn't do it right. Who knows? We'll find out.
I like the fun stuff like
Oh, sure. No, I mean, but what I'm saying is, you know, it could be anything, you know, and sometimes that stuff is on purpose, and sometimes that stuff is purely accidental, and the people in the studios are going like, where the heck did they get that from? You know, kind of a thing. And I just end up going like, I got my guesses, but I'll find out when I find out. Misplaced my electric eraser. I was like, crap, where'd it go? That's better. I was getting to a point on it where I was going like, crap, I got too many lines. I should get rid of the lines. But yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff on the show. Like, for example, and I mean, these are just sort of small, sort of, you know, no big deal anymore, because it would have been a big deal at one point. But I just love the fact that they have, like, the old wizards are like, the 2 old wizards are like gay lovers, and they just mention it like once, and you're just like, huh, awesome, you know, like, all right, fabulous, you know, and you just would have never guessed it, and They just put that in there, and it's like, oh, that's awesome. You know, adds a little bit of something to the characters. There we go. Alright, so right there. Right about there. I just thought this was interesting, and I think it's actually because of the stuff that I put up online. Because I know the guy basically through LinkedIn. He's at work, and I really don't actually know the guy. You know, just good, bad, don't really know him, but you know, just seemed like a nice enough fella, but kept to himself. And believe me, I respect people's space when they keep to themselves because I get it. And so, you know, I'll just always be like, oh, you know, hey, blah blah blah, but he'd keep to himself. And then at work, what it was really interesting because I'm wondering what had changed. He suddenly just looked at me at one point and said, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, right on." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" Blah blah blah, just you know, friendly to him. And then his birthday showed up on LinkedIn, and I was like, "Oh, there he is. Hey, happy birthday!" And he responds, "Happy birthday, brother!" And I was going like, "Oh, what happened there?" You know,
Alrighty.
sweet. You know?
Brother. I remember the brother.
I was like, "That's awesome." Still don't really know the guy, but that's cool. You know, I'm totally fine with that. I just thought it was kind of cool. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, how you doing?" You know, like, I guess he got to know me through LinkedIn or something. I'm not really sure how that happened or whatever. Whatever's is cool. You know?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you're still going live on YouTube, so I think it's just your,
Yeah, I think that's like I said. I just figured it was.
because it's everything's fine working internet wise. I'm able to connect the stuff, and
Yep.
yeah, I just think it's probably just the,
It's a technological thing.
and maybe Twitch is being twitchy.
That was YouTube. This is Twitch.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh well, it's fine on YouTube up here though.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I said, don't worry about it. It's good. I've got no streaming problems on the screen, so.
Ooh.
Nasty.
Oh, no, I had a sneeze.
Did you just hurt yourself?
Well, it was a sneeze and a burp that came at the exact
Oh.
same time, and I didn't know which one to do.
Oh
And
yeah, no,
because-
that can cause a thing.
My
Yeah.
eyes are like really watery. The burp went out, but it still
Ooh.
was just weird.
Oh yes, no.
Oh man, it was like because you could feel the sneeze tingle like literally going down my nose, and I felt the burp coming up. I'm just like, oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
Here it comes.
Something's about to happen.
I had a cousin once. He had to sneeze and burp and fart and then died.
Thank
You don't mess with that stuff. That's like the engine of your body going the wrong direction. Dude, no. I know, right?
Stuff like totally messed up, dude. Here we go.
He had some bags under his eyes. I just always felt like he should have just dark bags because he always looked really tired.
You got a happy bearded lizard getting to choose whatever food he wants.
Happy bearded lizard. Oh. Yay!
Bearded dragons. This is for me.
I get to do the thing. So, yeah. Oh, some lizards are so cute.
Oh, they are.
And then there's the other ones. Nothing against the other ones, but they're not so cute. But the ones that are cute are super cute. I think a dog just exploded.
Tire.
Oh, was that a tire?
Yes.
It sounded like a little dog just like bursting.
Somebody either squealed their tires or they stopped too fast.
They did the what now?
So somebody either squealed their tires when they either peeled off or they stopped really hard. And then they
Oh, good, because a small dog exploding wouldn't be awesome.
No, probably not. Depends on if the dog's just irritated.
Well, it depends if it's a hellhound or something, then it's, I mean, some creatures are not long for this world, unfortunately. It's like, you're a horrible little animal,
And one of them lives across the street from us.
A pair of them, actually. Although I think they're actually just part of the same evil entity, but...
They just freaking separated like cells. We don't die, we multiply.
Evil has been bifurcated and reformed as these two dogs. Darn it! And now they live across the street from us. Detail this crown just a little bit more. Well, you're just doing all kinds of stuff over there today.
Well, been a rough few days.
Yeah, that it has.
I'm just glad that I'm able to do that without acid rush up the throat. You know?
Yeah, that is unpleasant.
Very much so.
I just love that his crown has like a little antenna on it.
Yeah, the little dangly. Brr.
I think it would be interesting seeing the inner workings of the actual studio area that Simpsons, Futurama, Disenchantment. I'm not saying it's the same place, but just sort of watching the core people work and develop.
You mean like the actual animation, or just
The original development stages of figuring out the characters and the story and.
Is that Fox Studios?
Well, it would specifically be like Matt Groening, and was it David X. Cohen or whatever, and like their people and the steps that they go through to do the initial development for a series, and the storyboarding, and then of course the animation and all that, but just the development period. Because I'd like to see what the development was like on Futurama, all the different versions and the ideas and the concepting until they got it right. And this is another one where you can go, there was probably a lot of conversations as to what direction to go in. Because they didn't have Fox on their back, so they had, from my understanding, Netflix lets people kind of do whatever they want, so, comparatively speaking. I'm sure they must have said no about something at some point. What a man. Jesus.
When your sound...
I feel alive! Alright.
When the sound of your vehicle takes longer to pass than your actual vehicle itself, it's too loud.
Well, it's I keep saying this, it's just like, who are you impressing? This is a neighborhood filled with professionals and retirees. It's like there's not like the cool kids on the corner in like the leather jackets going like, it's just not happening.
Well, the reason why they do that is because it's a straightaway. That's the only reason why they do that. They can speed down and they can do that loud. I'm gonna go as fast as I can because it's a straight shot, and there's no stoplights or anything. I mean, if it was a curvy street, they wouldn't do that, but they don't care that it's a neighborhood where kids can be walking out.
We should see about getting some really gnarly speed bumps installed onto our street.
Well, considering it's with all the people that moved in here and stuff, I mean, the thing is they have a speed limit sign, but it's barely even
They don't
noticeable.
care.
It's like right down the corner here.
They
And
don't care.
I only noticed it like what, I think, want to say 3 years, maybe even 4 years after we lived here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's a speed limit sign right there. I didn't even notice it before.
Well, the way I look at it is like, look, I don't want to spoil people's fun, but this is not the neighborhood for it.
Well, that's the thing.
It's just not.
It's not even. It's not. Who's it fun for? It's not fun for us at 12:30 at night, 1 in the morning,
Yeah,
hearing some
it's
idiot
lame.
blare his loud motor or his freaking crotch rocket down the street because.
Yeah, it's just it's not. It's just like, dude, go elsewhere.
Yeah, and like I said, it's only because it's a straightaway. It's like the one street, or the one was a Northwest Highway over there, where like underneath that viaduct, when it curves out and then it goes straight, that's the same. They do the same thing down there, and that's what happened with that one guy who killed himself and the family of 5 because it's a straightaway and he was doing 100+ miles an hour down that way.
Dinkus.
And that's what they do. It's like, I can't even say this without sounding
Then
horribly
don't.
bad, but it's like
Then don't.
the people who do that, they, in their mind, that's what they think is cool, and so they have these
It's
loud
just sad.
cars or these horribly loud just crotch rockets, and because in their mind that's what they think the cool kids do.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, the funny thing is this is not me being 40, whatever. I thought this was dumb when I was a kid. I was just like, no one cares. Stop. just no one does. Just, and you want to do that? Go have fun. Go out, but do it elsewhere. Don't do it where there's like literally
Families,
children and
yeah.
families walking down sidewalks and stuff, and it's just like,
The moment you lose control of that thing,
that's what I'm saying.
The
And
moment you can't brake fast enough because some little kid is chasing his ball out
Yep.
the street.
that's what I'm saying. Or
Or-
some little old lady isn't 100% paying attention to what she's doing and steps out into the road.
Yep. Yeah, gets out
And
of
we've
her
got a
car.
lot of little old ladies here. They're real
Yeah.
sweet and nice, but
And she's getting out of her car trying to just get her groceries and yeah, it's like it's yeah.
so I'm like, I'm all for people just, be free, do what you want to do, have fun, but you have to be considerate of others when you're doing it. And it's like, and I've got family who are like big like Motorhead types and love the vehicles and stuff. And so it's like, no, it's like they want to go do that, great. They're typically very respectable about it, yada yada, cool. But we got a bunch of hot dogs that they just don't give a crap about anybody, and I'm like, I'm sorry, not cool, not cool. This is not the right neighborhood to do it in.
What are you testing your freaking idiot engine?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
no, it's not an
that's
idiot
what's
engine.
wrong.
That's what they're interested in, cool, but not here.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're dumb for the sake of testing their idiot engine on a 25-mile-an-hour straightaway, and they're doing 50
Yes.
down. It's like that they're idiots for doing that.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm not making fun of their hobby, and I'm not making fun of people that are doing that stuff. I'm sick and tired of the people who aren't being considerate of others. You want to burn rubber? I've seen some cars burn some serious rubber. It's fun, but not in a neighborhood where there's people trying to have nice, quiet afternoons and stuff. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I feel so bad for all of the people who have little kids and newborns.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of little
They-
kids across the
and
street.
they
Yeah,
put them down for nap only to be woken up by
some jerk. Yeah, that can't figure out that this isn't the place.
There's 2 loud dual pipe system that he rigged himself, and he's just like.
And it sounds like somebody whining at high decibels. Yeah. Look, I'm not saying it was better when I was a kid. I'm not doing that.
Because it wasn't.
No, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
But the big growl of an engine is impressive, and it's guttural, and it shakes, and it rumbles like thunder. That sound just sounds like just high-speed whining. It's just, there's nothing about it that's impressive to me.
To me,
But if they like it, they like it,
To me, it's different sides of the exact same coin.
It is. It is.
Opposite sides of the spectrum. To me, they're both annoying.
They are.
I don't want to hear low thunder rumble from somebody's, like I said, somebody's pieced together dually pipe system, and I don't want to hear the high-pitched Hot Wheels whine
Yeah.
of somebody's
No, I hear you.
12-year-old fantasy car.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, y'all want to have yourself a midlife crisis mobile or I don't know
Or a 20, like I said, the dream car of everyone, of the 12-year-old Hot Wheel enthusiast.
Sure. Oh yeah, no, I'm not making fun of that love. You want to go do that, do that. Just this is a neighborhood filled with children, little old ladies, and a chubby 40-year-old guy who's trying to do a sketch video with King Zog. This isn't the place to do it. It just isn't. So I just I was like, are they trying to impress people? This is not the place. What are you doing? Bean.
Jeez, babe.
Oh, jeez, Bean!
I don't know what's wrong with that girl.
Why do I even bother to yell at her anymore? God, he's funny. It's just so funny. And I really, which is funny because I'm not going like, I can't believe people don't know who Archie Bunker is. The last time, was it All in the Family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, All in the Family was that I can remember, that I last saw was early 90s, late 80s, so it's been a long time since it's been on.
The last time I remember is when they actually did earlier this year, because that's when I went to go visit Mom. There was the celebrities did a live version of the episodes of All in the Family and an episode of The Jeffersons. Jeffersons was starring, come on,
Work, brain.
Yeah.
Work, brain.
Oh, he's right there. Come on. Anyway, but I know the actor. I have to think about it. But All in the Family, it was Woody Harrelson was playing Archie Bunker. Yeah, it was like it was a bunch of celebrities.
Was he still a hideously ornery bigot?
Yeah. But
That's
the thing
awesome.
is, they actually, because there was a controversy of whether or not to include the N word in the series. And I'm trying to
It's accurate to the character in the show.
Yeah.
It just is.
And Jamie Foxx, he was playing George
Jamie
Jefferson.
Foxx.
Yeah, he was doing George Jefferson.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they actually had some of the oh shoot, they brought in some of the, I want to say the younger original characters because it was. So I think my mom was either we caught the tail end of it or something, but I know it was on when I was visiting her, and I had heard about it because she only has the regular TV and stuff. And so it was on, so I was like, oh, I remember hearing about it, and I think it caught like the tail end of it, and they played it again later on. But yeah, it was actually kind of interesting. But that was the last time I remember hearing. That was at least this year. Other than that, it was super early '80s.
Yeah.
The last time I actually remember, like seeing a rerun. Well, the reruns, of course, played on like MeTV and all that stuff now, but.
Well, good. I mean, but that's kind of what I'm saying is I can't sit there and go like, man, these kids, why don't they know Archie Bunker? I mean, I just clearly it's still on in spots, and it's last time I saw it was a long time ago. But even as a kid, I was like, this dude's a jerk, But that's why he was funny. That's the point. Is he's that jerk dude, And so they did the king as that jerk dude, and it's just so funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that the one animation podcast I used to listen to, they've stopped. Talking Toons.
Oh, did they stop?
Yeah,
That's a shame.
They had the last episode. I want to say about a year ago. And I've been saving up.
It shows how much I've been keeping up to date.
Well, they went from the live venue that we used to listen to.
Yeah, that's the last time I remember.
Yeah, they went from that to doing they were being sponsored by Nerdist, and so they went to be like doing an actual like in-house studio show
Sure,
as opposed
yeah.
to doing the live venue, which I love the live venues.
Sure, yeah.
The studios I hadn't heard much from because it went to being behind a paywall. So I didn't, so I didn't listen to it. But then once it ended, they literally released every single episode. So all of a sudden, 120 something episodes downloaded out of nowhere.
Oh crap!
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just intimidated to listen to this right now because I've been listening to a bunch of other stuff that I've been enjoying, and I love the series. Just that I'm like, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I have something to listen to when I have absolutely nothing else to listen to now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was saying that just because I'm really curious as to hearing because I know they like the voice actors have been probably making their rounds on various shows talking about this stuff, and I mean especially what is this voice actor? Why am I blaming so hard today? This is bad.
Yeah, today has been a bad brain day. I've been sitting here the whole time doing the sketches, and I'm just going like trying to interact with the conversation like I normally do, but my brain's going like, no.
John DiMaggio.
DiMaggio, okay, yeah.
But I mean, I would love to hear him talking about it because
I'm sorry, keep going.
But because I know they had some fun times and stuff whenever he comes on the show. He's always doing some fun stuff. So I mean, one of my favorites was when he was him and I'm going to get the voice of Fry.
Oh,
Futurama.
Jesus, not Jesus. The clearly the Son of God did not do voice acting on Futurama, or Jesus, any of the Jesuses. And now I'm blanking too. I feel stupid. Billy West.
Billy West.
There we go. Woo!
Wow. But,
Brain failed me.
Yeah. Welcome to my world. This entire week has been like that for me, man.
Yeah, I've been. The funny thing is I've been the same at work where I can't word well. But then I got on the computer and like the art was just like boom, 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 all week, so I was able to get a bunch of stuff out like this week at work. But then I would like turn around and go like, your name is, it's not Jesus or Jesus.
Well, it's like
It's Billy West. There we go.
Yeah, same thing with me at work on Wednesday. We were talking about something, and I was trying, and I've said the name dozens of times. I know the person, I know their work, and I just completely just blanked.
Yep.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding
I know.
me.
I hate it when that happens.
I hate it because it's like, I really know what I'm talking about. I really do, y'all.
Yeah, no, I bump into the same kind of an issue. Where I just, I'm doing well, I almost look cool, I almost look competent, and then boom, like my butt falls off. I swear, I do it all the time, and I'm just going like, I've just accepted it at this point. I'm like, right now I'm a doofus. Hey everyone, I doofed.
Doofed hard.
I did. I doofed super hard.
Interesting, weird segue point. Apparently the whole wolf alpha male thing is not an actual behavior found in the wild. It's actually a behavior that is more known to in captured wolves. And they do that more as a lashing out rage thing than a nature thing.
Huh.
Yeah, there are no alpha male wolves and all that because most wolf packs are usually female dominated in a sense. But yeah, the whole alpha male.
Well, isn't there usually an alpha female? Because like I saw the hunting patterns, and there's usually there's like a primary hunter, and then they use multiple other hunters.
Yeah,
and so I figured there was some sort of
there's
hierarchy.
usually a pack leader, but the whole alpha male animal thing is actually more of a human construct myth than anything, and it's like in psychological. Both animal psychology, human psychology is pretty much just it's at least in animal psychology, it's usually observed in wolves that were caged and trapped and more lashing out than anything, and just trying to get out of the situation.
Oh, sure.
And then used as a human psychological thing to explain why guys are douchebags.
Well, to me, I don't care about douchebag science. I just care about what scientists find out in the field and see over and over again. And it'd be interesting to find out that they've been, kind of misunderstanding some of that all this time. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be the first time. Yeah. All right, well, that's not too bad. King's Dog. Cheese! Bean! I cannot remotely do him correctly. He's just, I get the feeling in the throat, but it just doesn't sound right. He's just so funny. Oh, look at him. We're just gonna squeeze those little cheeks. Oh. Zog is very displeased with me right now. Yeah, that turned out not too bad. Jeez. There we go. All right. Well, I did the thing. I wore pants today. I know. I achieved pants on the weekend. That's saying something. All right. Well, we're going to try to settle on a schedule now of Saturdays at 4 o'clock. Central Standard Time. And if y'all like us, please hit like. And if you want to follow us live, please press whatever appropriate button for whatever appropriate service, because we're on multiples right now.